For 12 grueling days, the front porch of Nancy Guthrie's Tucson home has been a silent crime scene, marked only by the drying droplets of an 84-year-old woman's blood. But on the morning of Thursday, February 12, 2026, that silence was shattered by the rhythmic thud of stakes and the rustle of heavy white canvas. The FBI didn't just return to the scene, they encased it. A tactical forensic tent now shields the entryway, creating a sterile laboratory in the very spot where the masked monster took his final stand before vanishing into the desert night. This is no longer a standard missing person search, it is a surgical forensic extraction. For more true crime stories like this, hit the subscribe button. Inside that white tent, the air is still and the lights are blinding. FBI Evidence Response Teams, ERT, are performing what experts call a DNA microsweep. When the masked suspect reached into Nancy's porch planters to grab the brush and flowers he used to blind her Nest camera, he made a fatal error. He touched living tissue. Forensic biologists believe that in his haste, the suspect likely left behind touch DNA, microscopic skin cells or synthetic fibers from his gloves, on the stems of those plants. Every leaf, every twig, and every grain of dirt on that porch is being cataloged. But the tent serves another, more psychological purpose. By shielding the porch from media helicopters and true crime tourists, the FBI is protecting the integrity of a crime scene they believe will eventually lead to a conviction. Fox News Digital reported seeing agents using high-precision laser scanners inside the tent to map the suspect's height against the doorframe, officially confirming a profile. Male, 5 feet 9 inches to 5 feet 10 inches. Medium build. This is the eliminator that will filter out thousands of false leads. While the tent went up at the house, a second team of agents was 1.5 miles away, fanning out across the rugged scrubland of the Catalina Foothills. It was here, near a drainage culvert, that a detective made the find of the week. A pair of black, tactical-style gloves discarded in the brush. The New York Post released images of the recovery, showing the gloves being sealed in a biohazard bag. These aren't just any gloves. They bear a chilling resemblance to the ones seen on the hands of the intruder in the residual data footage. If the lab in Quantico finds Nancy's blood on the exterior and a stranger's DNA on the interior, the masked monster will finally have a genetic signature. For more true crime stories like this, hit the subscribe button. We are at an hour of desperation.
Hi there, everybody. I wanted to come on and just share a few thoughts as we enter into another week of this nightmare. I just want to say, first of all, thank you so much for all of the prayers and the love that we have felt, my sister and brother and I, and that our mom has felt. Because we believe that somehow, some way, she is feeling these prayers and that God is lifting her even in this moment and in this darkest place. We believe our mom is still out there. We need your help. Law enforcement is working tirelessly around the clock trying to bring her home, trying to find her. She was taken and we don't know where. And we need your help. So I'm coming on just to ask you, not just for your prayers, but no matter where you are, even if you're far from Tucson, if you see anything, if you hear anything, if there's anything at all that seems strange to you, that you report to law enforcement. We are at an hour of desperation, and we need your help.
Savannah Guthrie's voice, shared in a heartbreaking update as day 13 dawned, echoes the growing fear that the trail is going cold. But behind the scenes, the FBI has unlocked a new, tangible trail of evidence, a retail trail. By identifying the suspect's backpack as an Ozark Trail hiker model, a brand sold almost exclusively at Walmart and Amazon, investigators have turned a grainy shadow into a consumer footprint. The monster isn't a phantom from the dark web. He is someone who walks the aisles of a big box store. The Ozark Trail lead has triggered a massive federal subpoena. FBI data analysts are now combing through credit card transactions and surveillance footage from every Walmart in the Tucson and Rio Rico area from the last 6 months. They are looking for the purchase of that specific 25-liter hiker pack. This supply chain search is a race against time. If the suspect bought the bag with cash, he may remain a ghost. But if he used a loyalty card or a debit account, his name is already in the system. Behavioral analysts suggest this choice of gear shows a low-profile predator, someone who intentionally chose mass-market items to avoid being tracked by high-end tactical retailers. The most alarming development of the week is a sudden, sharp focus on a date 3 weeks before Nancy vanished. The Pima County Sheriff's Department has issued an urgent request for all Ring and Nest footage from January 11, 2026, specifically between 9 p.m. and midnight. Why January 11th? Sources close to the investigation suggest a suspicious vehicle, a white van or SUV, was seen idling on Via Entrada, the road leading to Nancy's home, nearly a month ago. This confirms a terrifying reality. The abduction wasn't a crime of opportunity. Nancy Guthrie was being cased. The kidnapper watched her habits, her lights, and her security patterns for weeks. He knew the ghost window between 1:47 a.m. and 2:12 a.m. when her camera would be most vulnerable. As Savannah's brother Cameron, a retired F-16 pilot, assists in the digital coordination of the search, the family is facing the grim truth that this was a professional, cold-blooded extraction. As of Friday morning, the FBI has officially doubled the reward to $100,000. This spike in blood money is designed to do one thing: break the silence of an accomplice. With the $6 million Bitcoin ransom deadline long past and no proof of life provided, the FBI is operating under the assumption that the kidnapper may be getting nervous. As Savannah Guthrie shares childhood videos of her mother, the world watches the Arizona desert, waiting for the one tip that will turn the forensic tent on the porch into a map to Nancy's location. And as always, you've been watching True Crime Story Vault, where every story is told with facts, empathy, and respect for those who can no longer speak for themselves. For more true crime stories like this, hit the subscribe button, like, and comment your thoughts below. Until next time, remember, the truth is never buried.